Imagine hiring like an absolute elite sniper, right? Paying them a total fortune, but they only actually take a shot, maybe 15% of the time.
Yeah, the other 85% of the time, they're just sitting there totally idle in the dirt.
Exactly. And that massive waste of resources is the exact problem algorithmic traders face with their highest performing bots.
It's a huge issue. So today we're doing a deep dive into this research on Cascade strategies to see how quants fix this whole idle capital problem without blowing up their accounts.
Right. And I mean, the math behind this is just fascinating.
It really is, because a high conviction trading algorithm has these strict criteria, just waiting for the perfect setup. So your capital is doing absolutely nothing most of the time.
Okay, so the Cascade strategy fixes this by layering bots, right?
Exactly. You layer them.
So you have a primary bot, the sniper, and a fallback bot, let's call it the regular infantry, with looser criteria, shooting way more often to fill the downtime.
Keep the pressure on, yeah.
But wait, this is where I get confused about the money. Because if the sniper needs a full clip of capital for that perfect shot, and the infantry is out there firing at the same time, I mean, whose money are they using?
That's the first major pitfall.
Are we just constantly borrowing on margin for the fallback?
No, that's why the capital flow has to be strictly capped by something called dual size. You aren't just splitting the bankroll down the middle.
Oh, okay.
The primary gets the full position, but the fallback gets this radically reduced fraction. Like, the research shows an optimal peak is around 6.8%.
Wait, just 6.8%? That seems, I don't know, tiny for a bot doing most of the actual trading.
Well, it has to be tiny, because if both strategies spot a signal simultaneously, you risk this massive overlap.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, keeping the fallback's position size tiny ensures that even when they fire at the exact same moment, your total maximum drawdown doesn't just instantly double.
Right, so it's about grabbing profit during the downtime without risking total catastrophe.
Right.
Okay, so dual size keeps two bots from bankrupting you. But how does this scale? Like, if you have 10 bots monitoring multiple crypto pairs, they're going to trip over each other eventually.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why you need an automated referee, like an orchestrator.
Okay. And how does that work?
Well, capital is finite, right? So the orchestrator manages a set number of available slots. Every incoming signal gets a live score based on expected profit per active day, statistical confidence, and funding costs.
Meaning, if a bot uses heavy leverage, the cost to fund that leverage actively drags its score down in real time.
Spot on. It makes it highly vulnerable. The orchestrator uses these scores to resolve conflicts. Like, you can't be long and short on the same asset, so the higher score simply wins.
Makes sense.
But it also judges across entirely different pairs, too.
Wait, so what happens if all the slots are full? If a shiny new signal comes in, does the orchestrator just ignore it until a slot naturally opens up?
Actually, no, it's way more ruthless than that.
Really?
Yeah, it operates a strict priority queue. So if a new signal has a higher score than a bot currently holding a slot, the orchestrator just evicts the weaker bot.
Oh.
It instantly sells its position to free up the capital.
But constantly kicking bots to the curb sounds incredibly expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I just backtest 10 bots separately, I'm only looking at their individual theoretical profits.
Right.
I wouldn't see those eviction costs at all.
Which is exactly why basic backtesting here is a dangerous illusion.
Right.
You have to run a joint simulation, because those transaction costs from constantly swapping the fallback out just to make room for the primary, that can easily eat like 8% of your total profit.
8%. That's brutal.
And it gets worse when you factor in market correlation.
Right, because crypto pairs usually move together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a power grid. If a heat wave hits, every single air conditioner turns on at the exact same moment.
That's a perfect way to visualize it, yeah. If the whole market drops, your fallback generates signals at the exact same millisecond as your primary.
Which means the fallback is completely idle precisely when the primary is idle.
Exactly. It defeats the entire purpose of the cascade.
So the ultimate trap is looking at 10 bots on 10 crypto pairs and thinking you have 10 times the diversification.
Yeah, mathematically, because of that heavy correlation, you really only have about 1.3 independent positions.
So Cascade strategies don't magically reduce risk at all. They just increase capital efficiency through, well, temporal diversification.
Exactly. You're harvesting multiple small edges across time with one pool of money.
You're keeping the money working.
You are, but there's a hard limit. Temporal diversification fundamentally caps your risk-adjusted returns to whatever your single best strategy can achieve.
Which really leaves you with an interesting puzzle to mull over. Because to break that performance ceiling, the research notes you have to diversify simultaneously with totally uncorrelated assets.
Yeah.
But in a highly correlated world like crypto, is true simultaneous diversification even mathematically possible? Or are we all just playing this high-speed game of musical chairs with the exact same market movements?